Rules were invented to perpetuate the status quo. So their rules are designed to ensure they win. Your goal is to change their rules to play by your rules until years from now, someone younger, smarter, and way better looking realizes that your rules were designed so you win. And they do what a younger you did. Circle of life. Week 4, day 27 of starting your side hustle. We're taking 28 days. Yeah, don't get all weepy on me. 28 small steps to build a business that's meaningful, impactful, profitable. This week is all about scalability. And today's topic is something called counter positioning. That's jargon for how to make your competitors' strengths work against them. If you want to outmaneuver the people currently dominating your space, the ones who benefit from the status quo, you need to understand their sacred cows and build a business model that they literally can't copy without blowing themselves up. Counter positioning. A real life example, put him up here. Brian Chesky, founder of Airbnb. When Airbnb launched, hotel chains dismissed the idea of regular people renting out their homes to strangers. Hotels' business models depended on owning and operating massive real estate portfolios with strict standards and high overhead. Chesky and his team counter-positioned Airbnb as a platform. No hotels, just people, flexibility. We've all heard about the story now. And if hotels tried to copy Airbnb, they'd have to abandon their core assets and brand promises. So let's apply these ideas to your hustle. The questions we'll want to answer today. 1, what sacred cow are all incumbents trapped to defend? 2, how could you make your business model incompatible with legacy economics? Let's talk about why these questions matter. Most founders obsess over beating competitors at their own game. But real hustlers find that thing that incumbents are terrified to touch, their sacred cows, and they built their businesses around breaking that rule. Why? Because sacred cows are usually leftovers from a different era, and defending them keeps the old guard slow, bloated, blind. Don't focus on being different. Focus on being incompatible. That's the right word. If your business model makes money in a way that would actually harm the incumbents if they try to copy you, you're untouchable. Your goal is to make it so the old guard in your space literally can follow you without setting their house on fire. Okay, take a moment and try to answer the day 27 question for your hustle, for your industry without AI. And before you listen to the next section, the 28-day MBA, I personally think it's useful to try to answer the questions without AI first. But if you'd rather do that, the AI teaching assistant prompt will drop with today's case study in a couple hours. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out Lunch Break Millionaire, Day 0, or go over to Super Serious, where I'm posting daily transcripts. AI prompts are there too. That's it. Hustle smarter. Day 27, part 2 of Lunch Break Millionaire, where we turn whatever you're eating for lunch into an Ivy League MBA degree. Not sure how it took me a whole month to get to the burger, basic burger, but it's perfect lunch for today, given what we just talked about. The MBA skill we're going to pick up today is how to eat a sacred burger. How to play offense with counter position. Most people spend their energy trying to beat the big players at their own game, like features, lower prices, better service, more hustle. But the secret to the most joyful of hustles is to change the game entirely, to make the rules work for you and against them. Counter positioning. As I said, jargon for how to build your business in a way that makes the strengths of the big incumbents actually work against them. Think about the hotel industry before Airbnb. Hotels had these massive portfolios of real estate, strict standards, armies of cleaning staffs, and their brands were built on reliability. And the guy we just talked about, Chesky, and the whole Airbnb crew came along and said, what if we built a platform with no hotels, just people, and let the market decide what home means? Suddenly, all those hotel strengths, reliability, control, real estate became liabilities. If a hotel chain tried to copy Airbnb, they'd have to throw out everything that made them who they are. They'd have to explain to shareholders why they're letting strangers sleep in their assets, why they're risking their brand on a bunch of random property owners have never heard of, why they're abandoning the very thing that's supposed to make them safe. And that's the beauty of counterpositioning. You build a moat, not a data moat, day 26, but a business model that the old guard can't imitate without setting their house on fire. So let's try to make this real for your hustle. I want you to look at your industry and ask, what's the sacred cow everyone is protecting? What's the thing that every big player is terrified to touch, the rules that they refuse to break? It's exactly what drives comedy. Find a sacred cow, eat it. That's your opportunity. Find the one thing the old guard can't and won't change, and then build your business around breaking that rule. You want to make money in a way that would actually hurt the incumbents if they tried to copy you. Your job is to make it so the old guard literally can't follow you without blowing up their economics, their own brand, their own identity, how they make their money. What's the sacred cow in your space, and how can you build a model that makes it impossible for the big players to copy you without self-destructing? If you're stuck, hit up the AI prompt in the post description. Let it help you brainstorm. If you come up with something cool, even if it's not for you, drop it in the comments so someone else can run with it together. That's how we hustle smarter. Don't quit your day job. Let it pay for your dream job. This is day 27, part 3 of your evil plan for financial freedom. You don't need to like or subscribe. I'm doing this for the clicks. Put up my grid up here. It's important to know that I do these exercises myself, and I have never in my life thought that the way to win a hustle was just to out-feature the competition. Turns out the big players have sacred cows everywhere. They were obsessed with keeping creators locked into their platforms, obsessed with ad revenue, obsessed with controlling the algo. Everyone in my space, at least, treats platform lock-in like gospel. Nobody wants to let creators truly own their audience, their data, their freedom. So I decided to make creator ownership my religion. I went open source. I made it easy for creators to export everything and refused to take a cut of their revenue. That move was pure counterpositioning. The incumbents can't follow me unless they nuke their whole business models. If they try to let creators own their data, they lose ad revenue, they lose control. If they try to go open source, their investors would riot. The lesson: be incompatible. Make your business model so fundamentally at odds with the old way that the incumbents are trapped by their own success. That's how you build a moat they can't cross. Best takeaway possible: the way to beat Goliath isn't to fight on his terms. It's to use a sling. It's to change the game so he can't even show up.